welcome to another episode. I'm Zalmaj, and here we play video games and talk about random stuff. More talking random stuff than anything else. But it is what it is. If you find yourself enjoying today's episode, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more content, comment, let me know your thoughts, and always feel free to share. So today's episode is going to be another one of them gratitude episodes. Things have kind of been rough the last little bit. I lost my job a little over a month ago now, and I've been trying to get to work and working a little bit of catering and whatnot, and doing what I can to make some money. But things are about to start looking up. Paperwork is starting to get filled out for various things, and I'm starting to check some numbers, and I am somebody who has nothing, so like I do want to make that understood for anyone watching this, and for the announcement that I'm about to make. A lot of people like to do be nice. It's nice for you. I wish I could do that. I wish I'd do it if I could. I'd do it if I could. You know what? I come from nothing. I don't have anything. There's no big savings in my bank account. I've made the right choices in my life as much as I could the last 23 years, even when it wasn't easy, and it's I'm about to benefit from all of the good karma I've built up. Like it's a real, my whole life I've been working towards this, and I didn't even realize half the time that I was working towards it. I didn't even realize that I was creating, because I was just being me, and I'm still just being me. But for me being me, I actually have built up a reputation from the last 23 years, specifically the last 23 years, of being a person of honesty and integrity and good cooking. Those three things. And I've really put my nose to the grindstone for at least the last 15, and I'm about to benefit from having such a solid reputation. Right now, there's a spot locally that went up for lease a bit ago now, but it's still up for lease, and it looks like a doable lease for me, and it looks not only like it's a doable lease, but I wouldn't run it as the business that it is. I have my own thing that I want to do, but what I want to do actually works with the business that was already there, kind of deal. I don't think there would have to be very much in the way of modifications. So and like I say, I've been running numbers, and when I was running my numbers, I was running dream numbers, and it was still working out. So I think, and when I say dream, I mean like me setting everything up. We're going in and buying this and buying that and buying this and buying that to set it up. I was just going through a dream list, especially for a dream kitchen, and the funds were still looking like they work. So I think it's one of those, so often when I did put out a post on my personal Facebook alluding to me doing something, and my teacher, an old teacher of mine, my old English professor, she mentioned, she kind of got all excited for me, and I'm like, hey, hold up, like right now, like there's nothing even done. It's just an idea right now. I'm just tired of talking myself out of it, because this is an idea that I've actually had for a while. The location I didn't know. This in particular, like, this is a dream location, and I'm surprised I didn't see that it was a dream location for what I want to do. So I still got a couple steps left to do here for that, but I'm literally doing stuff towards this every day. Like I'm actually putting my nose to the grindstone myself, and actually getting this done, and it's really looking like it's going to happen. I'm so grateful, and look, and it's one of those, like I say, it feels like my whole life is kind of built up to it. All of my interests, all of the little passion projects I've had over the years, it all gets to culminate into this single business, and I'm very excited to be doing it. And I'm excited to be sharing that about my excitement about it. I'm and like I say, the big thing I want, don't talk yourself out. Go look. Go take an honest look. Because I have nothing. I come from nothing. I don't even have one of the underprivileged backgrounds that actually gets extra funding. I'm white. I'm not of a different ethnicity. I'm not native. I'm not Métis. I'm not French. I'm not an immigrant. I'm not a visible minority of any kind. I'm a straight white male. but socioeconomically I come from dirt poor. So like I don't have any of the advantages that people typically associate with a straight white male. In fact, I think I've talked about it in previous videos where there's actually been 2 jobs in my past that I was actually let go of for being for being a white male. Straight had nothing to do with it, but for being a white male. So like to say like you can't, the whites can't suffer racism. I don't know about that. I'm in a town called White Court in Canada, in Alberta, Canada. And I got let go from 2 jobs for being a white male. Now, don't get me wrong, the community is white dominated, so that's kind of shocking, ain't it? But no, yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, I like I said, the big thing there is even if you don't think that you can, go look. Most people don't, not because they can't, but just because they don't. They talk themselves out of it before they even take one step. It's one of those, even if you can't do it right now, go look so that you can see like part of, and that's what I have actually done over the years. Yes, I've talked myself out of it for X, Y, and Z because there was a roadblock at X, Y, and Z. But me having gone and taken the look has let me know what kind of funding I can get in the first place, which now that this place has actually come up for being available, and I went and checked out, oh jeez, got an itch that just doesn't want to go away. But now that I've gone out and actually looked at what this is going to cost, and I, like I say, I have an idea of how much money I can get from having gone and looked in the past. This actually looks doable. This looks like something that I can really do, and my reputation being what it is actually the reputation needed to sell something like this. And I really think I'm going to come in and dominate. A lot of people as soon as they hear that another restaurant or anything of that nature is opening up in town, they kind of scoff, another one. Because there's so much room for another one. And it's like, in all actuality, there is room in my town for another one if it's done right. There's room for a good one. Right now, like, at best, the place is mediocre. At best. And all the places typically run the exact same menu. You know what I mean? So, and it isn't that you can't run the same menu if you do it good, if you execute it right every time. But part of the problem with a lot of the menu that every place in town runs is just the extensive size of it. You're offering too much. By offering that much, you're not able to predict your sales, so you're not able to order efficiently, and it forces you to have to go to frozen products when you should be using fresh products, and other shortcuts that really you should be doing it the proper way. But and that's where what I'm going to bring to the table. And what is that? Well, that's integrity. When you're doing it, when you're not, when you know there's a shortcut you could take that could save you money, could save you time, could save you whatever, but you don't do it just because you know it's not the right way. That's integrity. And in all actuality, that there's a reason that shortcuts are shortcuts, and they're just not. It's not just the way, and that's because you are there. There is a cost to it, right? When you take that shortcut, your quality is suffering because of it. So by having the integrity to not take those shortcuts, to do it right from the get, there's room for that for a restaurant like that. There's absolutely room for a restaurant like that. And you keep it small scales, you keep it smaller scale, so that you're not so reliant on other people. Because the bigger you go, the more you need to rely on other staff, right? The smaller scale, the more you can do it yourself. As is, I can't. I'm what I'm looking to do. I'm not going to be able to do it myself. I was initially thinking of doing it, but the wife was like, "Look," but the wife talked me out, and rightly so, because the thing about it is if you nail your launch, because I've been at launches and everybody, it's funny, people try to do a soft launch, right? You can't do a soft launch in Whitecourt. You can't do it. When people hear about a launch, you're slammed right now. You're slammed for 2 to 3 weeks. And now, if you nailed your launch, you're golden. You have your business. You're going to be flat out. Period. Good job. Just keep up them standards and you're good to go. But if you fail it, well, now you got to do the slow trog. And that's the thing, is people don't expect to be nailed right off the hop, and so they're not prepared for it. Me having the experience to understand that, the wife rightly talked me out of doing it myself. I am gonna look at because it still isn't gonna be like a big operation. It still is. I'm not gonna have to have a whole bunch of staff, but I am gonna have some staff, and I'm writing myself in as a staff member and paying myself a wage. Just that it secures me and the wife, right? Like the way I'm doing the business, it's we're not necessarily risking it all. I thought I was going to risk it all, and maybe I might still have to. I don't know. I don't think I will, actually. At worst, I can go pitch to some. Once I have a solid plan, I can go pitch to several family members and quite possibly get the funds, just as a interest-free loan kind of thing, or even even low interest. Because I have no problem, like, especially for family members. I think, well, in that case, if it was truly an interest-free loan, what would end up happening is I actually would, like, give a kickback. Like, hey, thanks for helping me out, right? Especially, you give that extra, you legitimately give that, and this is part of the integrity thing, right? You legitimately give that extra kickback for them having given you the interest. Like, they didn't have to give you the interest-free. They had no expectation to know that you were going to pay them, right? And so you should. And you should do more. Because that's the way it works. You'll never be more than you are until you do more than you does. And if you do more than you're paid, eventually you'll get paid for more than you do. But yeah, no, I'm about to go make my dreams come true. It's exciting times, and I'm very grateful, and I really do. I want to stress, like, I don't. It's so corny, but I want to stress. I want to stress so much that if I can do it, if I can make my dreams come true, you can too. Like, legitimately. You know, raised on old school Disney, and dreams really do come true, man. But you got to go out and make them come true. And I'm going to go make mine. So I hope you go make yours come true. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more content, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, feel free to share. Later.